Okay, welcome back to the channel 11 years later. Um, in celebration of Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 coming back out, I thought it would be pretty... Oh my gosh. Actually, the last video I ever uploaded was on firing range on Black Ops 1 11 years ago. Wow, that's insane. But I thought it would be kind of fun just to talk about, you know, COD 11 years later and where it's at and where it was. So I almost couldn't, I really couldn't watch the last video I ever uploaded on this channel just because it was just too cringe. I love that I did it. I think it's pretty funny. Um, but I just couldn't. I couldn't for whatever reason. I'm sure that's normal. But uh, anyway, at the end of the game, I went 5 and 14, and I might not do any better this game either. But we'll see. Uh, at the end of the video, I went 5 and 14, and I'm like, oh man, my friend Carson, he's great at video games. He usually drops 10 to 15. And Carson was the one that I started this YouTube channel with originally. And I was like, he usually drops like 10 to 15 kills, and he's just so good. And it's just so funny that was like the measuring stick, like 10 to 15 kills. You were like, oh shit. You were like really good. It's also so hard to play and talk at the same time. I don't know how I did this when I was 13 years old, but no excuses now. But it's so interesting how Call of Duty has evolved in kills wise. I was doing this stupid thing with my buddy last year when Black Ops 7 came out. I was like, I'm gonna do a road to prestige just to have fun, And in doing that road to prestige, I realized how not fun the Call of Duties are now. I mean, I'm sure that was no secret. I think people have been feeling that for a while, and I think a lot of it has to do with like the bundles and like the overstimulation and just everything that goes on now. But one thing that I was thinking about as I was like coming up with things to talk about in this video was like the campaign. I think games are good when the campaigns are better, and the reason I think that is because campaigns really give a game character. And of course, like the characters in the original 3 games that I just mentioned are just so unforgettable. Like you have Reznov, you have Frank Woods, you've got Alex Mason, who is still in Black Ops 7, by the way. And you immerse yourself through a campaign. Like when back in the day, all my friends were playing. I was on the 360. All my friends were playing the campaigns. And now, now I'm 23. I'm like, and I was thinking about making this video. I'm like, what other games are really fun? And I just remember my most fond memories were playing the campaign with my dad on the original Xbox, playing Medal of Honor and playing SOCOM. If anybody has ever heard of that, or everybody has ever played those games, ever heard of those games, they're just great games because they immerse you in, whatever it is. Like this game would immerse you in Bay of Pigs and Vietnam, like 2 of the country's like biggest just like influences on the future of the country back in the 60s. Like this game did it so well. And I think that really ropes you into feeling like you're like really a part of the game and like really enjoying yourself. And now it's just like I couldn't tell you what the last 5 Black Ops campaigns were about. Like Black Ops 7, I didn't play, but it was like historically bad, Black Ops 6, can't remember. I don't even know if there was a Black Ops 5. Black Ops 4 didn't even have a campaign, and then we're back to Black Ops 3, which was great, and I don't even know if that had a campaign, but anyway, I just feel like they really missed the mark now with campaigns and whatnot. Oh, that kind of sucks, but I'm just going to pretend I won that game because I think I was winning, actually. But two, the reason that, like I was saying, Medal of Honor and SOCOM and World at War and Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, and the first 3 Modern Warfares, the first one, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, the reason that those are all so good and everybody loves those so much is because they were like grounded in realism. I mean, this one, you're in Bay of Pigs in Vietnam, like I said earlier. Black Ops 2, I haven't replayed the campaign yet, so I haven't played that campaign in probably 15 years, but from what I remember, it's not super. I think it's a little more. No, you're still playing as David Mason, so you're still kind of grounded in the probably Vietnam conflicts around the world, and then you're also playing as David Mason, if I'm not mistaken. But it's like modern. It's like modern. It was a little more futuristic, but it was modern gameplay. Like it was believable. Nowadays, like this Black Ops 7, it was all like, it was like you were playing on ayahuasca and you just really had no idea what was going on. And I'm not going to get into that because people have made videos enough about how terrible that campaign was. But just the realism is so great. Like, if you go to create a class here, you hit custom, you get your 2 perks, and then like the attachments, like you get at very most, like, let me go to my M16 class. So at the very most, you can equip 2 attachments. In the last 5 Black Ops games, you've been able to make you could make pretty much any type of gun you wanted just by, like, you could have 6 attachments on a gun. And that's just insane. Like, that totally defeats the purpose of kind of keeping the game realistic and keeping it fun and simple. Because I feel like Call of Duty loses a lot of their player base by simply making the game too complicated. And I feel like people have probably said that also, so I'm probably not breaking any crazy news here. But if you go to the same menu in Black Ops 7 right now, you're seeing basically so much different promotions for like a Nicki Minaj skin, or Terry Crews skin is in the item shop for Black Ops 7 right now. You're seeing so much stuff that just is so unfathomable. And in this, like, at the bottom of the screen, you see like the L1 and R1. You can cycle through what each class is going to look like. Like, this is as much variance as you're going to get, and that's based on the perks. So if you go over to Ghost and I go back to Lightweight, your guy changes based on the perks, and it's realistic, and that's what keeps you in the game. But it is just crazy. Like the contracts, again, what a cool addition. You can pay 25 COD points, or whatever it's called, not COD points, but whatever it's called in this game, for a contract. And so in 40 minutes, I have to get 18 kills. I'm guessing that's what it is. And then you have the new contracts, and if I complete that, I'm getting ahead of myself, but if you complete that, you get 125. So you're like gambling on yourself. And then you have new contracts that are available every day, I guess, every 24 hours. Like, that is so cool. And little things like that are made possible because the game is such a passion project for those involved, and that starts with the campaign. But yeah, I think that's it for now. I hope that new games come out and their campaigns are good, because I just feel like I've said a million times, when you give people fun characters to play in the campaign, it makes them, I think, for lack of a better example, I think it just makes people care more about, the maps, because, back in the day, I remember in the original Modern Warfares and this game back in the early 2010s, I mean, you recognize the multiplayer maps because they were done in the campaign. Like, you could easily recognize what campaign mission they were from, and that just gives you a little extra immersion. And I think that's a really underrated thing when it comes to Call of Duty multiplayer, and people just kind of want to play it just to grind, and they don't really care what the map is. They're more concerned about what the kills are and how many they can get, and everything like that. But equally as important is the campaign, and that's my 11-year statement. That's my closing statement. Is that it's been a long 11 years campaign-wise, and I feel like multiplayer will probably keep suffering until they make a really good one, and I'm gonna stand on that, so don't cancel me. Anyway, maybe I'll see you in 2037 at the very latest. Maybe I'll just make this a channel where I rant about stuff that's out of my control for fun, and see what'll happen. Hopefully I'll hit maybe 100K by the end of the year, which is in 5 months, pretty much, right? Yeah, so anyway, if anybody out there is watching this video, that is insane. I was kind of just not doing this more for myself, but I thought it would just be interesting to try and think about what's been going on the past 11 years Call of Duty wise. So anyway, thank you, and I'll see you maybe in 11 more years, 2037. Damn. All right, peace.